Yes, so once a poet, always a poet, once an artist, once an author of Nottingham, for instance. Those who've been watching the editions 1 and 2 in respect of authors who have been establishing themselves within the confines of the African Caribbean community here in Nottingham, we will just continue in the same vein. What have I got in my hand here? Poets in the Pink. And what have I also got to run concurrently? This is the Tapestry of a Black Woman. And what else have I got? The Irish Jamaican. And all three have focused, giving us a chance here now to draw upon the life and times of someone called Michelle Hubbard. And I think, so for St. Anne's, the St. Anne's Holding Hands event, what is Michelle Hubbard famous for? Well, right here in Nottingham, she is the queen of the open mic, the regular open mic performance poetry celebration, which takes place at the Canal Bar. Some of you might know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the thing is, I'd just like to review the Irish Jamaican, because I mean this takes me all the way into Ireland. And just look at, for instance, the shamrock. Those who are truly Irish will understand what I'm talking about in terms of imagery. But above all, if you take a look at the book, the cross-cultural tradition of a Jamaican expressing herself, well, you can see the Jamaican flag, yellow, green, and gold. Well, now, this book carries with it 30 poems, and from that it has given me sleepless nights trying to cover the spaces in terms of richness, warmth, exuberance, and sentimentality. It's the soul. The cross-cultural experience is the soul of Michelle Hubbard. Michelle has won several trophies. The British Ghana International Trophy. She has won the International Poetry Competition of 2007. She was buzzing with trophies in the field of poetry, and I would like to wish this book all the best. And throughout the libraries in Nottingham, the Irish Jamaica stands out. It stands shoulder and heads above. It should be put on shelves, large shelves, books of thousands of pages. This will stand as a rose amongst the thorns. Boom, give thanks for the life and times of an author named Michelle Hubbard. Now, this takes me now to another book. This time it's going to be entitled Through Many Dangers. What kind of dangers, and what are the parallelisms that can be drawn to effect a sense of danger? Well, now, there is a Caribbean island called Montserrat. This book was written through many days. It's 1999, and the name of the author is Lilith Wade, someone I've already covered in my earlier contribution to do with Nottingham poets. She is surfacing in respect of her very first book. So Through Many Dangers cover 3 basic areas. 1, the life of the church and the rich cacophony of, you'd say, testimonies of the greatness of God, because Lilith Wade is coming from a Christian background. The second area is to talk about the hurricane situation, Hurricane Lewis, that loomed across the island of Montserrat. She got married, she met her husband in that country. She hails from Jamaica. During that time, the island, coming to the cherry on top of the icing on top of the cake, not so pleasant, is threatened with a volcano. Hence, massive volcanic eruptions. Several tests by scientists of saying, well, look, this island is prone to hurricanes. So the worst health scenario, she's had to leave up and run, head for the United States and eventually to England. So this is a book rich with, I don't know, lines of inquiry, lines that help you. And I can remember the connection that has brought things home to me is reading the manuscript for this book. And I am pleased to say that the launch was something to behold. The whole church came in order to witness the richness of the launch through many dangers. Well, now, here comes yet another book, this one entitled Mystery, Wonder and Intrigue, this time by yours truly, Esther Good. What is so remarkable about this book is a small package. It runs for about 190 pages, and the print is small, 10-point size. So it is packaged with several genres of experimental situations. The novel, the short story, the poetic, the preaching. Yes, she comes from outside, inside of the box, you'd say, standing on the evangelical platform. She is rich, absolutely rich, and above all, the psychological. I'm just going to go to page 113. The name of the poet, the name of the author, the many splendid person whom I'd like to celebrate is Esther Good. Esther Good? So she's been going for me, well, 10 or 15 years. Esther Good promotes her writing rather like this. The area 113 that grips my attention and demands my admiration is the point where she thinks, think your thoughts and let them become you. Positive thoughts make positive people. Negativity breeds suppression. You are what you speak into your life, she is saying. If you say, well, I am poor, I am weak, I am ugly, I will never be anything, I will never amount to anything, I can't do this, I can't do that, whatever. She is saying, well, you're speaking poison into your life. So draw upon positive images, for goodness sake. So I'm very pleased to understand that what the author is saying is go for it. We must be confident in our resolve. Once we, well, holding the bull by both horns, we've acceded to what our aim and our objectives is going to be, then, go for it. End of story this evening. Go for it. Thank you for listening to me.